Hello, Forest Fawns. Welcome back to Fawn of the Forest, the tarot channel for sweet, sensitive woodland creatures. Today's reading is a very special reading about does your Virgo crush like you back? What is the energy between you and your Virgo crush? Um, Love me some Virgos, and we're gonna just kind of get started once I shuffle the cards. This is kind of one of those if the reading finds you. And so let's just jump right in. Well, I can see why you've come to a tarot reading because there's a lot of uncertainty here going on. It's okay. So the Eight of Wands reversed is slowed progress, not stopped progress, slowed progress. And the moon is not being able to see things clearly. Um, the Magician is reversed, which is kind of like they've pumped the brakes is what I'm getting. I'm getting an energy from the Virgo in your life. Remember, these are all for entertainment purposes only, but that they have pumped the brakes. And I'm getting the feeling that it's because they don't think that you like them, which is funny. They don't think that you like them. So, and it's almost like, well, so what if I don't like them? Shouldn't they just like me if they like, I mean, shouldn't they just like me if they like me? I think it's a little more complicated for them. So I'm going to pull some more cards. Okay. I am getting that they really respect your autonomy. And so they don't want you to feel pressured into doing something that you don't really want. And maybe that's partly why you're watching this, because the Emperor, it's, that's an autonomy card. And the Eight of Cups is walking away from something. They feel like by getting together with you, that they would be somehow dismantling or weakening your autonomy. And it seems like they respect you. They respect how clear-headed you are with the Queen of Swords. They respect that you can get right to the point of things. They respect that you know what you want. And I think they think of you as a special person, and they don't want to mess that up in some way, even if it doesn't mean that you guys get together. Yeah, I think they feel with this Knight of Cups reversed, I think they feel that if they were to start something with you, they would, you would be disappointed. It would be an uneven exchange. It would just be like, it would kind of be over before it began, and that you would be disappointed. You would be disappointed in them as a partner, a lover, and everything like that. And so I'm getting the sense that it's like risk aversion. Devil. Okay, so the Devil is reversed, which is kind of like not manipulating, not, it's really they like respect your autonomy and they don't want you to feel like you have to do something that is not going to make you happy. And ultimately, I feel like there's a lot of care for you and wanting to make you happy, wanting you to choose, however. And if that means that they don't get to be a part of that, it's almost like they care more about your happiness and keeping your spark alive as you, as an individual, than it is really about like, let me get what I can get out of this relationship. And so, even if that means, oh, you don't choose me, that's okay, because I wouldn't want to feel the guilt of taking something from you. Yeah, for this reason, okay, so now I feel like I'm switching into your energy a little bit. I'm talking about your shared energy, but it's all part of the reading. You're kind of like, what gives? Why aren't you why aren't you making a move? Why aren't you pursuing me? Um, you watching, I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, you're like, well, I'm ready, and are you just playing games? You feel like they're like playing games. You feel a little bit derailed by this kind of energy that it seems that they're bringing into you. Let's get a clarification though. Yeah, I mean, I think that some of you watching, you're not used to, I mean, as sad as it sounds, you're not really used to someone like respecting you as a person necessarily. You're used to power dynamics and games. to a certain extent, like manipulation. And like, I don't think that this person is doing that. In some cases, you guys might be doing a little bit of that. Yeah. Wow, this is such an interesting read. Okay, so the Lovers is reversed, which is like a disconnection, and the Tower is like necessary change, and then it's next to the Ace of Wands, which is like you know, the a possibility for a new beginning. Um, I just don't, yeah, I don't see them feeling like connected in the sense of feeling like it's good for you necessarily. But I feel like there is like maybe this particular Virgo that you have in your mind might be like a good collaborator. It might end up being like, oh, this person's a great friend, you know, and like I'm sure some of you don't want to hear that because you're watching it about your Virgo crush. But I think that they just feel like if you were to get together, it would be on shaky ground. And it's not that they dislike you. Um, for some of them, sometimes the Ace of Wands can mean like they've got something else going on. Maybe it's another relationship, maybe it's another obligation. But I don't think it's that they like dislike you. I think it's that they're just like, this is a bad idea because I would make them unhappy. And you're like, oh no, they wouldn't make me unhappy. Let's get back into your energy a little bit. Yeah, okay. So, yes. And again, remember these readings are for entertainment purposes only, but the Eight of Swords is kind of like a like victim of circumstance, like not being able to see things clearly, not being able to see that it's all in your mind basically, and kind of getting stuck on something. It's like this story of my dad would tell me about his cousin who had this like model airplane, and the like airplane crashed into a tree or something, and it broke into a million pieces. And his cousin's dad came out, his uncle came out and was like, oh, don't worry, I'll buy you a new plane. And the cousin was like, no, but I want the one that's broken. I want that one. um and I think that that's very much the energy of the Eight of Swords, at least in this reading. You have a vision, you have an idea of how you want this person to play a role in your life, but I don't think that they share that vision. And you're feeling like upset. You're like, oh, it was like a wasted opportunity, like a, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune reverse, like wasted attempt to do something. And maybe you feel like you put yourself out there, and it just didn't pay off, which is definitely like a bummer for some of us. Okay. Okay, so I think that this reading will end on a positive note because we have the King of Cups, which is like emotional mastery, like maturing. I think that you are maturing and growing, as is hopefully other people too. But like the Nine of Cups reverse is not getting what you want. When it's upright, it's a wish come true. So it's like saying to me that it's like, okay, you're not maybe going to get what you want this time or the way that you envisioned it. However, um, this is an opportunity to grow your spirituality some more through the High Priestess. And with time, I think you might come to see that this relationship or this like crush, or you know, what you wanted to happen, it was actually for the better. It's kind of like you know, when you're holding on to something so tight and then you finally let go and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna accept the no or whatever. um and you know, Virgos are very methodical and they're very careful, and so you know, I do see like an abundance of caution, but I think it's stemming from a place of respect for you, if that makes it any of a lighter blow to you. I see you kind of growing to be like, okay, like the universe, like trusting the universe, like if it's a no, then it's not mine. And maybe doing some spiritual development work to like come to that realization or come to more like of that acceptance place. So yeah, I hope that was helpful for you. If you like that, please feel free to like and subscribe. Enjoy this Virgo season, and tell me about what happened with your Virgo crush in the comments if you are so inclined. Thank you so much for watching Fawn of the Forest, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.